You alright? You need to unplug it. It is time to fix the iPad. Not the iPad. 27-inch 5K Retina iMac from 2015. Here it is, a bit larger than my one. Out of its lovely envelope. So we need to find this. Usually they're laminated together like that, but you peel them apart and then they're ideal for this job. Up here, adhesive. I'm going round here now, still not going in any further than about 9 or 10 millimeters, and then down this side. We lift this up, it's still adhered at the bottom, and also there's cables which need to be disconnected. We need to disconnect this one, is the data cable, and this one, power one. That's all there is to disconnect. There's still adhesive along the bottom of the screen. Right, here's the man we're interested in here. I'm going to take this out, and then we need to remove the speaker to get it out. I wonder, this is obviously the cable for it. If we just leave it in, I don't know, what do you think? Let's bust this open while we're considering that. Right, this is what we're putting in. You can get these little brackets, which is the same size as that, but then it's got a bit to screw in a smaller laptop hard drive size, that's what I meant. Right, so we'll just take this screw out for this big speaker. Meaty. Big meaty speakers, these ones. Right, so we're just going to move it over to the side a bit so we can get in here to these two screws. For Christ's sake, Apple, why'd you make them smaller? Lucky I've got the trusty pound shop screwdriver set. If it wasn't for the trusty pound shop screwdriver set, it'd be done for here. Yes, a solution is required. Solutionising materials in here. The trusty anti-freezer IT tool bag. Could be in the solutionising item of worth in here. I think this is going to be the solutionising item of worth. There we go. Solutionised. Get to hell. And you get a life. Right, so this is going to come out here. Can you still see? Are you even still awake? This, we've unscrewed the two screws on this bracket here. See the bracket? Unscrewed the two screws on that bracket. It's got two brackets, but we're not getting involved with taking out the logic board and stuff. I'm just going to pull the little stoppers out of this. Lift that bad boy up. And then we've got the bracket. Put the hard drive down there. And I'm just going to put this back in because there's no need to leave it out really. And also this might actually provide something to put this into. Anyway, this is really what we're getting at. All that other stuff is just a nonsense, like getting the screen off, all the adhesive, unplugging the bit, getting that stupid bracket off, unscrewing this speaker. All that we need to do is take that one out and plug that one in. Job's done. So much hassle. Right, so how are we going to fit this? So what we're saying is you get a wee bracket that goes in there, screws into those wee holes, but I'm not messing about with the bracket. Just going to fit it somehow in here. So I think what we're going for under here, maybe? No? Under that side, turn it around that way. Will you go under there? I think it will go under there if I just loosen those screws up again. That's in there, and it's not going anywhere. And what we're saying is, even if it does manage to wriggle itself out of there, it's not going to be the end of the world because there's nowhere for it to go. It's not like you're going to lose it. Screw these back down. What there is a need for is now to test this computer before I put it back together properly. Good, that's wonderful. This is all absolutely wonderful. We need to get this adhesive off of here. I'm going to do that now because it's a pain in the arse. safety first and all that. If you're going to use a tool to do this, don't use a metal one, because this colour on the back here, if you scrape that off, the blackness, you'll notice it from the front, which will be a rubbish for you. So you don't want to do that, because you'll be able to see right through it. Or maybe you do want to do that. I don't know, I'm just saying. So if you get any bit where it's not the tape that you're pulling up and it's actually the black backing, which I was just talking about, give up with the other side, because for the same reason. So get all this tape off, and yeah, we're all good along the bottom there. So take them off of there again. There it is all. This goes on here, we know that. I took it off of here. It's just a test just now, just to make sure that everything's good. Plug this back in the same way as you've seen it in the extra iPhone footage. Okay, now I'm going to plug the power adapter in and see what we get when we turn it on. So what we're hoping for is the screen to come on and then it'll flash and say, actually there's no hard drive, or something like that. Picture of a disk with a question mark in it. Good start. Score, that's what we wanted to see. Wonderful. No fails. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Do nothing. So I've got my keyboard here. We're going to use this wired keyboard. Let's plug it in. To do a Command R to get onto the internet recovery. Switch it on. Then we should see a globe. That's exactly what we want you to do. Switch it off again quickly. We'll do that in a minute once we've put the adhesive back on. Now we're going to lift this off again. We're going to put the adhesive strips on, so we need to take the screen back off, and we've also made sure it works, which was very important to do. So we're just going to disconnect these cables in here again, pull out the power for the LCD and the data for the LCD. This guy just lifts off. The stickers for this. So this one will go up here on that side. This one will go here with the little tag sticking over. This one there on that side, not going over the camera or the sensors here. And this one goes backwards here, like that. This one goes here. No, here backwards also. And the last one here. So that's what's going to hold the screen on when it goes back on. Take the stickiness off, the backing off the stickiness now. All the backing off, all the stickiness, which has all been smoothed down as well. Right, now the screen can go back on. All the backing has been peeled off. Make sure that this goes in the right place down here, so it needs to be right in the right sort of location, without any gaps. Just trying to get this power cable in here for the LCD, but no, a minute. Oh, come on. Right, I'm just going to try this before I put it back down, because if I stick it down and it's stuck down, just want to make sure we're getting a picture on the screen. Right, got the flashing light, so that means it's all good. So just push this down and then it's all sealed up. Push all these down.
Did you break it?
Not this one. This one just needs to be faster, so that we're making it faster.
Why does it need to be faster?
Because it's just a bit slow. You wanted a faster one, so we put a bit in it to make it faster.
Okay.
This one's too big. Far too big. So now we get the keyboard again. That looks stuck on pretty good actually. I don't think that's going anywhere. Alright, where's the power button? Command R, switch it on. We should get internet recovery. Oh, there we go. Starting internet recovery. Choose a network. I haven't got a mouse, never mind a network. Choose a network, we'll go for my one. So that's on the network now. So now it's got to download the operating system, so it'll take a wee while for that to happen. It won't be on the video because it takes too long. It all seems very well stuck on up here. And this is some cash back. When you get your iMac upgraded, you get a free 1TB hard drive, no charge. So we're just going 4 minutes to go here. You can't really see, nobody can see what's going on here, but this is the second of this version of iMac that I've done. I'm just going to tilt that forward just to test the screen again. Newer versions of the slimmer iMac without the CD drive where the screen's stuck on, about the 8th iMac I've done in total, but these ones where you have to take the stickiness off the side and then put the screen back on are just that, you know, they're not any more difficult. I don't think they're still difficult, not dangerous, but you know, it might cost you some money if you messed it up. Like if the screen falls or gets cracked or something, it's going to cost you 300 quid for a new one. On the other iMac, it's like the glass screen in front of the LCD. If you break that, I don't know how much it costs for a new one. I was too worried about dropping it. I never dropped it. Basically inside they're the same, it's just a logic board, speakers and a massive fan and a hard drive or an SSD. But that's it done now. It's just installing the operating system from the internet recovery and then it'll be back to its owner. That's it. Thanks for watching.